This is CBS 19 News at 6.
Hello and thanks for watching Tonight at 6. I'm Brian Bose.
And I'm Dana Huey. Former Smith County Judge Joel Baker appeared in court today for the first time since his resignation last week. He faces 3 charges of violating the Texas Open Meetings Act.
The allegations stem from closed-door Smith County Commissioners Court meetings regarding a contract for speed cameras. The judge ruled on several motions during today's hearing, including one that will postpone Baker's trial.
I'm going to go ahead and grant the motion to continue from the October 31 setting and set it for the week of December 12th.
The trial will begin with jury selection December 12th. That's because a witness was unable on the original trial date to military service. Among other motions discussed today, defense attorney Joe Murphy brought up emails he requested between a number of Smith County residents and employees in the Texas Attorney General's office. He says the AG's office sent him some of the emails, but he believes there could be more that hold evidence in this case.
I'm thinking that we're probably chasing after ghosts here, Mr. Murphy, but in an abundance of caution, we don't want to overlook something of significance, but we've already got a ton. A letter between your office and the local DA's office.
Judge Carter granted the defense's request for the AG's office to conduct a wider search of its email servers. Baker's attorneys had several other requests, including one for a list of witnesses the prosecution plans to call.
A Longview High School employee is in hot water tonight after a controversial stab at humor. We're told they put this cardboard cutout of Donald Trump outside the library with the message, "Sign in or be deported." The Trump cutout was standing next to one of Hillary Clinton that read, "This is the only door to use, only deplorables use the other door." District officials have already sent out an apology letter and slapped the employee with a written reprimand.
We're following a heartbreaking story in the small town of Kerrville, Texas tonight.
Yeah, that's where one child is facing serious charges after he reportedly started a fire that badly hurt a special needs student. Sharon Coe shares the disturbing details.
This open field near Wallace Street is where Tanya Casper says the disturbing event unfolded Sunday afternoon.
Came out running.
Casper says her nephew, 10-year-old Caden, was lured to the field where one boy doused him with gasoline and another set him on fire. Caden suffered severe burns covering 20% of his body. He's still in a medically induced coma.
He had a lot of things going before this. Wearing hearing aids, he talked with a lisp. I mean, he was challenged from the get-go. And for him to have to face this new challenge, it's going to be overwhelming.
The family is calling for the arrest of the boys who they say planned the attack.
The kids are letting everybody know that this was planned.
Tonight, the Kerrville Fire Marshal's office says one child was taken into custody and charged with first-degree arson. The fire chief did not want to comment on the intent or exactly who was involved.
I can't confirm or deny any details of the investigation at this point because I don't have all the facts presented to me yet.
Still, the family calls Caden the victim and wants to see justice prevail.
No child deserves to be done like that.
We're told the boys claim that Caden was hurt by accident. According to the fire marshal, the boys say they were playing with a can of gas when they panicked after it caught fire and threw it in Caden's direction.
New at 6, One Texas Ministry is giving its message a global footprint, coordinating with several churches right here in East Texas. Plano-based Hope Center is using satellite technology to beam its programming into countries where it would typically never be seen. CBS 19's Brett Vetter joins us now live in the studio with more. Brett.
Due to content filtering, people living in areas around the Middle East and East Asia are unable to access information and television networks as we easily do here in the States. But that hasn't stopped Steve Sharp and Global Heart Ministries from reaching as far as their satellite signal will take them.
No country too small, no mission too far.
It's an easy relationship to be able to build so people can find out there people in this area are looking for hope, and that's what we're bringing.
Through original programming and by airing shows in each country's native language, Steve Sharp and Global Heart Ministries have broken through a barrier few big networks have attempted to cross.
They love having satellite systems, and for them, that satellite dish is their window to the outside.
Broadcasting primarily Christian faith-based programs, Global Heart Ministries have received the support of churches across Texas, including here locally.
And we actually have 5 of the churches there in town that are supporting our ministries, and many other people that are individually engaged in helping us to be able to reach this part of the world.
While not revealing exactly how they are able to get their signal through, Steve Sharp's daughter Stephanie told me that they know that they are having an impact and that people are watching.
I mean, we have images of men on camels with a satellite dish on the back of the camel. I mean, this truly is their connectivity.
With programming in countries from Afghanistan to Uzbekistan, their reach knows no boundary.
That no one can own the sky, at least at this point in history.
Heart Ministry programming airs in over 50 countries in 8 different languages. Pretty remarkable. Dana and Brian.
Thank you, Brent. From our news partner, the Tyler Morning Telegraph. It's opening night. Tyler Lee Theater is presenting High School Musical on stage, a show based on the popular Disney Channel movie. The story explores themes of friendship, first love, and acceptance. According to the show's producer, almost 70 Tyler Lee students make up the cast and crew. Now, if you can't make it tonight, performances are scheduled for 7 p.m. tomorrow and Saturday and 2 p.m. Saturday and Sunday at the Janie Jones Fine Arts Center. Tickets will be sold at the door for $10 for adults and $5 for students. Well, Hurricane Matthew is once again a Category 4 storm, and that's bad news for Floridians. It's not clear at this point if the storm will make landfall in Florida, but it will get close enough to lash the state with torrential rain and 100-mile-per-hour winds. Forecasters predict the worst time to be outside will span from late tonight through tomorrow night before Matthew moves on to Georgia and then South Carolina. So far, the storm has taken 114 lives. Most of those were in Haiti, where the death toll will rise as rescue efforts continue.
Texans aren't waiting around to find out if our friends to the east will need help. There's an army of CenterPoint Energy trucks already on the way right now to Florida. Take a look. Cameras captured at least 40 trucks leaving the CenterPoint headquarters in Houston last night. Hurricane Matthew is expected to knock out power to hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. Riding in those trucks are around 200 employees ready to do their part.
I mean, it hurts, that these people are suffering this way, and that, it may be months before they're able to get back in their homes. It does hurt, but when we leave there and leave them with power, it makes you feel good.
The linemen, contractors, and other staff plan to be gone about 2 weeks, and all 200 of them volunteered for the job.
They'll need a lot of help in the coming days.
Absolutely. Good for them. After the break, your daily East Texas market report.
Plus, a historic landmark will soon make its way back to Longview. Coming up on CBS 19 News, coverage you can count on.
Downtown Longview is about to bring back a historic landmark. The old McCarley's jewelry store clock will soon make its return.
Yeah, the store has since gone out of business, but at one time it was one of the most popular jewelry stores in the city. CBS 19's Kinley Hargett is at the Gregg County Historical Museum. Kinley?
It would take many lifetimes to study the history of East Texas. Downtown Longview is getting a new historic addition that for some will bring back memories.
I remember as a child going to McCarley's, and I always saw that beautiful clock.
Since the 1920s, the old McCarley clock has been standing tall. Now, not only is the clock gone, but the business. The owner of the clock is donating it to the Gregg County Historical Museum.
It's going to bring back a lot of memories, a lot of nostalgia, and it's going to be a great addition to the front of the Gregg County Historical Museum.
Longview has a great history that includes banks, sports such as baseball, the East Texas oil boom, and even speakeasies. Now it has its famous clock.
Going to be located very close to the building of the Gregg County Historical Museum, but in order for it to be located in the sidewalk, paperwork does need to be filled out.
Residents say they just want their clock back.
It sat there 6 years, nobody got hurt, so why not do it again?
With last week's approval of the clock, it will only be a matter of time until you see it in downtown Longview. In Longview, Kinley Hargett, CBS 19.
Thank you, Kenley. It's time to help you manage your money.
Yeah, Edward Jones financial advisor Kevin Basham has our daily East Texas market report.
Hello, Brian and Dana. U.S. stocks edged lower today after a European Central Bank official rejected speculations that the central bank will scale back stimulus, which had spooked global markets. The Dow Jones was down 12.53. The S&P 500 was up 1.04, and the NASDAQ Composite Index was down 9.17. Volume on the New York Stock Exchange was moderate today with 818.33 million shares traded. In stocks of local interest, Bristol Myers Squibb closed up 26 cents, Walt Disney closed up 38 cents, and Tractor Supply Company closed down 92 cents. This is Kevin Basham of Edward Jones with your daily East Texas Market Report.
Thank you, Kevin. For more stories to help you manage your money, log on to CBS19.tv, click on the local tab, and then scroll down to the money section.
All right, it was a pretty warm day again here in East Texas, but we're ready for another cool down.
I mean, so ready. Alberto Romero will show us what the 7-day has in store for us when we come back.
Hey, good afternoon. Welcome back. We're going to get right into the meat of the weather department. That's Hurricane Matthew right now, just about to make landfall in Freeport, Bahamas, and the feeder bands definitely making its way through the Florida Peninsula right now. And with it, some gusty wind conditions, moderate to heavy rainfall, flash flooding concerns, and storm surge being the main concern for us along the coast, the entire coast of Florida, all the way into Georgia and South Carolina throughout the next several days. As far as the warnings, this is just the hurricane warning in effect. It is just north of Miami, starting in Fort Lauderdale around the Broward County area, all the way into Jacksonville, Florida, and parts of Georgia's coast is under a hurricane warning as well right now for the next 24 to 48 hours. Now, I'm going to give you a little different perspective here. We've all seen a radar before, but the colors you see under the radar, that's actually the observed winds according to the model congested data out there. And as far as the heavier, the stronger winds, actually just to the eastern part of the storm, that's the strongest quadrant, but we're still seeing some pretty decent winds with it along the coast currently. Tropical storm type winds. Let's go ahead and get underneath the storm out here and check out our current wind gusts that are being observed right now. 36 miles per hour, Vero Beach, 33 in Melbourne. Looking at 45 miles per hour, West Palm Beach, and 33 in Fort Lauderdale. Jacksonville Naval Air Station already reporting 25 mile per hour gusts, and that's expected to intensify here definitely as we head into the overnight hours into Friday morning. So this situation nowhere near over for the entire state of Florida. Here's what it looks like on satellite right now, still making its way through the Bahamas, pushing it to the northwest at about 12 to 13, maybe 14 miles an hour. There it is, 13 miles an hour. The pressure has dropped, so that means that it continues to strengthen. The sustained winds of 140 miles per hour right now. But here's the path for it. It's going to continue pushing and weakening to a Category 3 by Friday or so, Friday afternoon, around Jacksonville. Just continue hugging the coast all the way through South Carolina. And once it reaches North Carolina, starts dipping back to the east and southeast, and eventually weakens into a tropical storm as it makes its way back into the Bahamas. And models do project it going into South Florida, possibly making its way into the Gulf of Mexico. I know Chief Meteorologist John Adams will have more about that here momentarily. Outside, Longview, 87. It's a little bit drier out there. Humidity at 40%. Winds from the south at 6 miles per hour. As far as temperatures outside, we are all well above average. Mid to upper 80s, 89 at Tyler Pounds, 86 Mineola, 88 Canton. Officially, we hit 92, just 5 degrees shy of a record of back in 1911 of 97 degrees. Again, no rainfall. Our rain deficit continues across East Texas. Radar remains quiet. We did have a few showers just along the Van Zandt County border out there, but areas west and primarily to the south of us where we saw that Gulf moisture. That's where we saw the afternoon showers sticking around. But we do have some severe weather across West Texas just ahead of that cold front that will be pushing into East Texas on a Friday. Unfortunately, don't be expecting too much rainfall. We do have much drier air across the area. Here's what we can expect as we approach the 10 o'clock hour. Again, temperatures a lot warmer than where they should be. Mostly clear skies. Temperatures, about mid-70s for us as we head throughout the morning hours. Look off to our northwest. Ahead of that cold front, we have the showers and thunderstorms making its way into the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. It encounters that drier air in East Texas and just collapses out here for us. Temperatures by lunchtime, right where we should be, about 81 degrees. By the afternoon hours, mid to upper 80s. Your next 7 days look pretty decent out there. 20% chance of showers on Friday, primarily to our western counties. We're dry for the weekend, a little bit cooler as well. And as far as next week, lots of sunshine, mild temperatures in the mid-80s. That forecast will be online, CBS19.tv.
Thanks, Alberto. Coming up next, Keith Leventhal joins us live from Arlington with the latest on the Rangers game.
Plus, the Cowboys are gaining more confidence as the season continues. We'll hear from rookie QB Dak Prescott next in sports.
ET FinalScore.com is brought to you by Ultra Federal Credit Union, Pelche Chevrolet, Dairy Queen, and Christus Trinity Mother Francis Health System.
We are live here in Arlington. Game 1 of the ALDS between the Blue Jays and Rangers still going on behind me, but I don't know if you could tell, a lot of people are coming out of the stadium right now. It has not been a good game for the Rangers so far. Take a look at the score. Cole Hamels only lasted 3 1/3 innings. He gave up 7 runs. Troy Tulowitzki with a bases-loaded triple scored 3. Melvin Upton Jr. had a solo home run. Just Blue Jays runs after Blue Jays runs. The Rangers can't do anything. I believe they have 3 hits in this game. They are currently down 10-0 in the top of the 9th inning. Now, we'll head back into the stadium in a few minutes. We'll talk to those guys after the game, although I'm sure they don't want to talk to us. And coming up tonight after the game, we'll tell you what they had to say about this disappointing Game 1 loss. And next door to us, just right over here, Cowboys are getting ready to play a big game. They've got a challenging portion of their schedule coming up, so this week's game really means a lot to them. They really need to pick up a big win in it. So far, things are going well for the team. 3-1 with a rookie quarterback and a rookie running back is really nothing to hang your head about. Pretty good spot to be in, really. Cowboys offense, even with those rookies, has been playing well. It's not that they're tearing off huge plays. It's more that they're just being smart with the ball and using up a lot of clock as they really just methodically work their way down the field. And they say all of that success stems from one little word: confidence.
We think we're very confident. We've been confident since camp, and we're confident in each other. We have a great team chemistry, and we're very confident in each other, and we believe in each other. So, I mean, we have each other's back when we go out there.
We've got a lot of weapons. So, as you said, it's a lot of things we're doing, moving the pocket, play action. Then we've got a lot of guys that can come in and get the job done. So, I mean, I feel like this offense is explosive. We just got to continue to do it and keep getting better each and every week.
Dallas will host Cincinnati on Sunday. The last time the Cowboys lost to the Bengals was in 2004, and the last time they lost in Dallas, November 20th of 1988. Hopefully that domination continues this week. And it'll only happen twice this year, but you can watch the Cowboys game right here on CBS 19 on Sunday afternoon. Now, I know we've been focused a lot on the MLB playoffs this week, and rightfully so. It's a big story around here, but high school football night comes up tomorrow all around East Texas. Several teams open up district play, including Harmony. Eagles are just outside the top 10 this year in 3A, and the reason, as Ryan Moy shows us, is a very potent 1-2 punch.
Spencer Seahorn in for the Eagles.
The Harmony Eagles have made it their goal to reach the state championship. With a 4-1 record heading into their first district game against Edgewood, the Eagles are well on their way.
This is exactly where we wanted to be. It was our expectations coming into the season, and we're doing good and hope to continue to do good well.
It's a great spot to be at. It's going to be very good for us during playoffs, and just make sure we go all the way.
The Harmony backfield duo have amassed over 700 yards rushing this season. So it's fair to say that all the practicing has paid off.
It's very great. It always does a good job of making sure everybody's getting the ball, make sure we're making big plays all around.
Well, we've been playing together for past 3 years, and we've just made that connection. We're good friends outside of the field house.
With the combination of Spencer Seahorn at quarterback and Michael Edmondson at running back, they continue to run all over defenses in East Texas. But they say that there's another reason for their success.
It's our offensive line. They block for us, we run behind them. That's all it boils down to.
And with their first district game on the horizon, setting the tone for the remainder of the season is imperative.
A lot of teams haven't seen people like us, and we got to do a good job and make sure we execute every week, and hopefully nobody can stop us.
In Big Sandy, Ryan Moy, CBS 19 Sports.
Thanks, Ryan. Like you said, Harmony and the rest of the 8 3A teams open district play tomorrow. Several other teams will have their district openers as well, and there's only one place to get all your highlights and scores, ET Final Score. We will cover all of East Texas. You can watch the action at 10:20 right here on CBS 19. Then the big show on the CW at 11. We are here live in Arlington. It is not a good day if you're a Rangers fan. They are down 10-0 right now in the 9th inning. We're going to toss it back to Dana and Brian. I'm going to go inside and talk to these guys. I'm sure they're going to be real thrilled to see us and the camera in there. But, you lose 10-0, you got to deal with the media. Back to you guys.
They have a lot of explaining to do, don't they?
Oh, it's game 1. You got plenty of time. That's why you play 5, right?
I know. I just wish they were night games so you could actually
So you
see
could
them.
actually watch them instead of hearing about it from Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Well, coming up, a final look at the forecast.
Alberto has a 7-day planner. It's coming up after the break.
Hey Longview, I've got some exciting news for you. Seawoods Plumbing and Air Conditioning is now servicing Longview with 24-hour, 7-day service with no overtime charges. Day or night, they'll be there. You can count on it. Tell them Bocefa sent you.
This is the place patients come to manage every aspect of their health 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whether at home or on the road, you can access your health records, request prescription refills, schedule an appointment with your Christus Trinity Clinic provider. Here, you can now view and pay medical bills online. All it takes is the familiar click of a mouse or swipe of a fingertip. Welcome to a new day in managing your health. Welcome to MyChart at Christus Trinity Mother Francis Health System.
Hello, we're the
Schultz family.
And this is our story. We've been with Ultra for almost 20 years, and as a busy family of 4, we needed a financial that could keep up, and Ultra does just that. The A+ checking account at Ultra is outstanding. There are no monthly fees or minimum balances. You get ATM refunds, and there's a fantastic mobile app. On top of all that, you earn a great interest rate. It's so convenient and easy. Ultra Federal Credit Union.
It's where we belong.
Hey Longview, I've got some exciting news for you. Seawoods Plumbing and Air Conditioning is now servicing Longview with 24-hour, 7-day service with no overtime charges. Day or night, they'll be there. You can count on it. Tell them Bocefa sent you.
New tonight on CBS 19 News at 10. When tragedy strikes, East Texas is there. As millions evacuate from Florida, the East Texas Red Cross says it's on standby to send volunteers to help those affected by Hurricane Matthew. How they're preparing their response tonight at 10.
Let's take another look at our weather. Alberto's standing by. How's it look?
Looking pretty good. You know, with Hurricane Matthew, this is only the 4th time since 1971 that Disney World closes for a hurricane.
That's incredible.
Only the 4th time. Twice in 09 and once in 04. As far as our forecast, we got that cold front coming through late Friday. Some isolated showers primarily across our western counties. Temperatures slightly cooler for Saturday and Sunday. Plenty of sunshine out there. It's going to be a great Columbus Day, even though most of us, including us, will be working. Oh, joy.
Hey, but how about Friday Night Football? Is it going to be as warm as we think?
It's going to be warm still, yes, but the rain chances will be gone by football
That's
time.
great.
That's nice.
That's great.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us for CBS 19 News at 6.
Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you tonight after the NFL game.